Everybody calm down. Hey, tonight, friends, we have a special guest for our stream. Somebody who I have admired from afar for some time. Blaine!
Yo, 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 can you hear me?
I can. Hello. Wait, let me make your volume better. How's it going, dude?
Good, good. Has the stream started?
We're live, baby. We're live. You get no time to prepare.
Hey.
How's that?
It's totally fine. I'm good sitting in the hot seat.
Blaine, let me ask you a question before we do anything too hectic.
Yeah.
What is your favorite texture?
A texture?
Yeah.
The first thing that immediately came to mind was grainy. And since I don't feel like I particularly have a favorite, the fact that that one came up first probably is the one.
Okay, so here's what we did. We both went through our back catalog of homebrew that we have written and found some very old pieces, and we're going to share them, and then we're going to give each other feedback on them. What do you want to start with? Do you want to look at mine first, or do you want to look at yours first? Oh, man, that conversation out of context is gold.
Let's flip a coin.
All right.
In the spirit of randomization, the thing that D&D is known for.
You want to be heads or tails?
Heads.
Heads wins. What does that mean?
Haha! I mean, oh no.
Does that mean you're going first?
We didn't agree on that. We need to reinstate.
All right. If you win, you go first.
Do it again.
If you win, you go first. Heads or tails?
There we go. Tails now. It's rigged.
We'll see.
It's always gonna roll heads.
We'll see.
Flip heads.
Oh, you're going first. All right. You got some homebrew for me to look at?
Okay, so these are two pieces that I worked on around 2020, so about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Let me drop the first one your way. There you are.
Oh, okay. Ooh, look at this art. What's going on here? All right, so don't
stole that off Google.
That's the best way to do it. The Harvester's Scythe. A weapon crafted by finely carved wood and jagged stone. The scythe's wing-like features seem to sway back and forth gently from the grip. The gargoyle figure's eyes near the tip of the weapon glow in a shimmering fashion out the back of the blade. You're missing an of there, but that's okay. It is a scythe, +1 to hit, 1d8 +1 or slashing or piercing. Now, what I would say right here is 1d8 +1 is irrelevant because it already says +1. So you don't need the +1 there unless it's doing double +1. Passive. If the target of an attack made with this weapon has equal hit points to you or less, the following can occur. Upon rolling a critical, you may immediately, whenever you see the word may, switch it for can 99% of the time. May is like denoting permission or frequency.
Yeah, a lot of the people who've worked with homebrew with me lately always catch me on that. Like, why are you saying immediately? Why are you saying may? Just say can. Don't say it. Do it. Don't be unique.
I think being unique is important, but you have to intentionally be unique. If you stumble into uniqueness, you look like a fool. All of D&D is written in like a language, sort of. And as soon as you stop writing in that language, it makes people think that they're not reading D&D, and it like makes it less fun to read for some reason.
And the more homebrew you make, and the more that you read from official books, the more you begin to know how that language is and how to write in that language.
Somebody said your eyes are terrifying them, and I want to say good.
Ooh, ghostly eyes.
All right, let's dive into the meat of this bad boy. We've danced around it long enough. Focus. Upon rolling a critical hit, you can force the target of your attack to make a save versus death. Excuse me. On a failed save, you deliver a devastating blow to the target's neck, decapitating it. The body of the creature shrivels to ash. So what is missing here is what that save is, you know?
Yeah. So I think I wrote save versus death here because like Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition used the word save versus death. I think in 5e it's just a death saving throw.
Well, death saving throws are what you make when you're dying.
Exactly. And that's what I meant. So essentially it's a coin flip. Maybe a slightly weighted coin flip because an average of a d20 is like, what, 11, 10.5?
It's some bullshit like that, yeah. Okay, wait, let me just wrap my head around this. So if you hit a creature with your hit points are less. You flip a coin and it dies.
Basically.
Totally balanced. Perfectly balanced. Perfect. Nothing wrong with that. No way that could ruin anything.
All right. Thing is, and you need context for this.
Yeah.
In the campaign that this weapon was meant to be used in, basically every single fight was against a single boss enemy. So this passive would only ever occur on a boss enemy that was basically already about to hit the dirt, because they'd have so many hit points that it would take them quite a while before they'd actually be lowered to a point where they'd be at equal or less than whoever was using the blade. And in that instance, it's more balanced. In any other normal campaign with a normal, like, action economies balance worth of enemies, no, it's significantly more broken.
Yes. Listen, one of the main reasons why I don't talk to people when I review their homebrew anymore is because I don't need any goddamn excuses, Blaine.
No.
I don't need them. No, but I hear you. But also, yes, I would not just throw this into a campaign. That would be nuts.
Yeah, no, this isn't a campaign loose item. Like, you can't just throw this in anything.
And it's also immediately a legendary item at a minimum, I would say. Let's see what else it does. Passive. Slowly driven to madness, the player with this item in their inventory must make a wisdom saving throw every night. Interesting. DC 10, we got the save in there. A failed save will trigger one of the following effects. If the player fails 3 or more times, begin making these rolls during the day. Okay, wait. So a failed save triggers one effect, but 3 failed saves and they start rolling. I'm confused by that.
During the day as well, so it basically occurs twice as often, potentially.
The player will unknowingly attempt to kill one humanoid creature outside of the party, prioritizing over the weak. The player will then return to its original quarters. Okay. The player will attempt to desecrate an area of random choice. Okay. The player will attack a member of the party at random, disregarding all silence. Why is it disregarding silence? What does that mean? What mystery does that hold?
You know, like a violent rage or something like that, so that other party members can maybe wake up and do something about it.
That's strange logic, but I'm accepting it because you're my guest. Once they have taken any damage, they will snap out of the rage. 4, the player will be unable to sleep and take all ability checks with disadvantage until the day. Yeah. If the player kills a creature of similar alignment, they return to normal. Overall feedback, here's what I'd say. This is one of those items that will work really well in a campaign, but also really poorly in others. This item is basically like, you are overpowered, but also you attack all your friends. That's kind of this item, right?
Exactly. The 4th one is literally just exhaustion, but I don't think I knew what exhaustion was when I wrote this, so I wrote out an entire sentence basically describing the first level of exhaustion.
Is it broken? Yes. Would I use it in my campaign? Not in a million years. But does it have a really nice little story tied to it? Yeah. And does it try to balance out its obscene overpoweredness with some dramatic downsides? It does. So, it's not the end of the world, but it's an early item. Here's what I see. I don't think a overly dramatic powerful side is balanced out by an overly dramatic negative side. I sort of see both of them as not good. So it's sort of like we're putting out the fire by smashing the building.
This weapon very, very heavily swings on what's going on in the campaign at any given time, and it is very character dependent for how busted it is.
Ooh, a lovely little ring.
Its name has absolutely nothing to do with its abilities.
Okay.
I don't even know why it's called that.
Heaven's Ring. As you hold it in your hand, a dark black fog begins to grow around the trinket. It seems as though the witch who was in possession of it tapped the purple sphere, connecting the band together in order to cast magic.
I don't think anyone ever got their hands on this item either, because the GM notes were never actually shown to the party, which means they never actually knew what this item was or what it did.
A powerful charm created by the compaction of chaotic evil creatures. The power of these being we're gonna just avoid the grammar conversation for most of this one because we don't have that much time. The power of these beings seems to amplify the bracelet, giving it powerful untapped power. You say power 3 times in one sense.
Power beyond your comprehension.
There's the word power is in this set this thing 4 times.
Power.
As you hold it in your hand, a dark black fog begins to grow around the trinket. Whenever power is ejected out of the bracelet, a horrendous scream of unknown being echoes around you. A scream of unknown being. That's the worst kind of scream. Was that? Were you making the noises? Is that what you're doing? Recharge once a day. The wearer of this bracelet may get that out of here. Can cast the spell Find Familiar without taking a spell slot. Probably don't need to expend a spell slot either. Simply tapping the bracelet will summon the creature to your side. Void Bomb, consumable. The wearer must tap the bracelet and point their finger towards a point they would like to hit. Afterwards, a purple outline of a miniature black hole begins to form in the opposite hand. The explosion will implode all objects that it manages to both come into contact with and reduce... What? The explosion will implode all objects that it manages to both come into contact with and reduce to 0 hit points.
I'm assuming that means... I think that all objects are doomed and all creatures are doomed if they are reduced to 0 hit points. It doesn't say that at all.
Mm-hmm.
And you could easily interpret it a different way, but I think that's what I meant.
Okay. After the attack hits or misses, the bracelet becomes dull and weighs roughly 50 pounds. Dang. And then there's some damage here. 2d15 plus 10. I mean, dude, how do you...
2d15?
How do we do that?
I just now realized that.
What kind of... Dude, I know... Listen, Blaine, I'm not trying to blow up your spot, but I know that you're in the know with some D&D creators a little bit more than I am. I'm fresh to the game. How many followers do I need before they show me what a D15 is?
You're not ready for the D15 yet.
Oh, Jesus, I guess I'm not. So how big is this explosion? It doesn't say?
It's as big as you want it to be.
All right, so this item allows you to summon a familiar and make a undisclosed explosion that both implodes and reduces to 0 hit points all objects, and after the and then deals 2d15. So you got to get a custom dice maker or something. Plus 10.
Oh, you had to get your D15 out. 2 of them that you just have on you.
What if I cut a D20 in half, and then I cut another D20 in half, and then I cut it in... I could duct tape a quarter of a D20 to a half of a D20. That might do it.
It might get you high enough.
You know what my real feedback was? If you were sending this to me as some rando and you were like, I made this and I want good feedback, I would give you a lot of guff about all of your grammar and clarifying your language. But the main thing that I would actually say is why does this summon a familiar and make a big explosion?
I don't know. I think the gimmick was that the original holder of it, like, maybe sometimes conjured up animals, and then maybe sometimes also threw bombs places. I don't know. Well,
if you decide to move forward with this item, I would suggest trying to find some thematic resonance between it, because it's a little chaos right now.
Yeah, no, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. D15.
The D15 might be my favorite part. What's going on? Jace, Francisco, Joe, the Elderberry, Billy Frakes, Lena, and Ethan Mason. It seems like you're some cool cats. And yeah, Cinder just wanted me to say thanks. And thank you everybody that likes the show so far, and support if you want. And thanks Blaine for hanging out. We're gonna make a video next where you review my bad homebrew, but I don't know if it was that bad. Just saying.